Charlie.
And it gives me great pleasure to introduce a long-time friend of mine. Boy, oh boy, we had fun on the softball field. Actually, an umpire and one of the top softball players ever in our area, and they actually got along. If I said,
for the most part,
I said strike, he might frown, but he wouldn't yell and scream at me like he would at other umpires. But we always remained
That's not
friends.
what he told me right before you came back.
We always remained friends. I don't know. We
had some battles.
Pleasure, right. But it's a great pleasure to have you on our show here tonight.
I appreciate it, Charlie. We had some arguments, some battles, but I always respected you as an umpire.
Well,
you don't give yourself enough credit. You're always talking about Jen Pearlin, who's in the Hall of Fame. I'm in the Hall of Fame, but yourself is in the Hall of Fame also. So
thank you very much.
You did a good job, Charlie.
Thank you. Well, I mean, to get into the Greater Cleveland Softball Hall of Fame is, for an umpire, because half the people like you, half the people don't, was just amazing night for me and my family. So, but let's talk about your role in the Miracle League. You're a manager, and what team?
I am a manager of the Indians, the undefeated first-place champion Indians from last year.
Wow. And how are you the champions if they don't play a World Series and they don't keep score? Tell our listeners that one.
We're champs in our own mind, and we beat every team. We outscored every team. There's proof. The Reds were our nemesis, and we beat them every time. So the proof is in the pudding. You check the scorebook. The Indians were the champs.
Tell me how similar you are to Tito Francona, the Indians manager. The real Indians manager.
Well, we all want to win, and if I have to pitch to my own teammates, and I can't fake or nothing, so if I had to pitch against the Reds or something, there'd be some faking going on, so that's too bad.
The one thing that he hated when I umpired his games is he only had 5 seconds to throw the ball. And he liked to, like you said, all this faking and gyrations and stuff, and I would say ball 1 or ball 2.
Well, a lot of the umpires wouldn't count, wouldn't have a stopwatch like you had in your pocket. So
Charlie counted to 5 by 2s.
I can take advantage of that.
As an umpire, we want one thing: 42 outs. Just so you know that.
Keep the game going, also.
All right, John, have you ever met this guy?
I just did before, and we talked about.
I hope you're never in front of him in court.
We talked about.
That's Judge John O'Donnell.
And he was very nice talking about your umpiring skills. But I played in a few games in the old man league where you were umpiring. Keith, I think your memory's starting to fade.
I don't know.
Right.
We got the president of the Hall of Fame here. He'll tell you I could. Pat Langdon. He'll tell you I could.
I believe you, Charlie. I believe you. So how'd you get involved here, Keith, in the Miracle League?
Well, like Mike Piper said at the beginning, he gave me a phone call. And it was a no-brainer. He asked me to help, and I said, sure, I'll help. And it turned out to be managing of a team, and it was a no-brainer. It was something that was a good idea, and I love it. I come out there every Saturday, cook 100 hot dogs, try to get Andrew to come to the Indians team. I have a picture of Andrew. We're working on a contract right now.
Are you going to make him a player coach, though?
I will make him an assistant manager if he comes to the Indians tonight on radio, live on radio. But no, to be honest with you, it's been very rewarding. I've met so many nice people and people that are friends, so I consider them my friends. I've met a lot of nice people, and I couldn't be happier with this. How Mike is running it. He's running a top-notch operation. He spends a lot of time on it, and he's doing a great job.
I asked Mike this when he came on at first, but what were your expectations last year when this started?
I didn't have any because we were kind of clueless on what to expect, but it's turned out where we kind of figured it out. As you know, we've all been involved in sports, and I've been coaching all my life and playing all my life. We kind of figured it out. There was some concerns with some of the special needs players, but they've all handled it very well, and we haven't had any problems. So.
And what about the facility? I mean, when you first saw
Top
it,
notch, unbelievable.
I mean, when you look at, you're not going to have a rain out. I mean, I suppose if you needed to, you could play in the rain, but you're in good shape as far as the field is concerned. You don't have to get out the rakes and the sand and all that stuff like you used to have to do.
The facility is top notch. I couldn't believe it when I first saw it. You know, when I first saw it, I was taking pictures of it and sending it to people. You wouldn't believe this place. It was like $1 million facility for these people. So it's top notch, unbelievable. Better dugouts than anything I've ever played in. It's really nice.
How'd you get the job of the hot dog cooker?
I volunteered, and I brought out a little grill. It's a little Weber grill I got off of eBay, actually. And I can cook 100 hot dogs in a day, and they're all gone. And we give them away. There's no charge, no cost. And we at the Miracle League in Lake County, we don't want to have anybody have to pay for anything if we can help it. So everything is on us. It's on donations, and cook 100 hot dogs, and when that first team is done, there's 30 hot dogs waiting for them. Next team is done, 30 hot dogs waiting for them. I recruit cooks when I got to play. I believe Becky Bozzitt's son, Trevor, who never cooked in his life, I don't think, and he's in his 20s. But anyway, he said, "What do I do?" Well, you just turn the hot dog, Trevor. You'll be fine. So that's what we do, and that's I just volunteered, and we love it. So anything for the players, we do.
And Mike, that is a good lead into what I wanted to talk about a little bit earlier. But as far as the league and how the expenses go, are you involved in that, or is the board involved in that? How does that work?
Well, for the on the field, what we're doing for the athletes for this year, it's pretty much been the 10 people I spoke about, the group that I spoke about earlier. We've all been around the sports and the softball, and you know, some of that softball money is as the sport has kind of dissipated a little bit. Some of the backers are still around, and you know, they would have an affinity for this type of project, not only for the cause, but it's baseball related. Pepco, who backed Keith and I for a long time, they've stepped up, and they're the sponsor of the refreshments for the entire year. So again, we don't have, you know, one of the things it's not even the strict finances of it. It's all part of the atmosphere of one phrase we like to say is it's your day to the people. We want to have them come out, and the athletes with a buddy. Refreshments are on us. They can just come and relax and have a couple hours, have a day for them. It's not strictly the finances of a couple hot dogs or chips or whatever we have going. It's the fact that, you know, Grandma has the other kid, and they come up to a refreshment stand and get raked for $14 for a couple lousy hot dogs. We don't have that. You know, Grandma comes up with the other athlete while everybody else is having fun. They get refreshments on the house, and we've created an atmosphere that really is excellent. And also, from a selfish standpoint, I don't know if selfish is the right word, it also creates an atmosphere that's very volunteer-friendly. If I ask you to come up and sell hot dogs for 2 hours, you're not all that thrilled. If I ask you to come out and just work the refreshment stand where you're passing stuff out, and everybody's happy to see you, and everybody's asking, this doesn't cost us anything, it's a little bit different situation. So I don't get stuck as a person who's running things. I don't get stuck with too many openings, because we created an excellent, fun atmosphere, and everybody's happy.
And how does the city work with you? What services do they provide?
Well, the mayor was going to be here today, and he's been very involved. He sent me a note. Something's going on in Eastlake. I don't know the details, but that's why he didn't make it. The field is actually on city property, even though it's right next to the Captain Stadium. And so they've been real beneficial. A perfect example, you talk about this wet weather. We have blowers down there now this year. So if it was like this and the rain stopped, we get those big industrial blowers, we can dry that field off right away. Little things like that benefits of knowing the city and the different departments that could help with any type of building or issues like that.
And add a plug to Jack and Joe Borky from Pepco. They've been involved with us for since almost the beginning, 15 years ago. And just wonderful people.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I know they're a big-time sponsor of youth softball. And to be involved in this, I could see that. That's the kind of people they are. And they don't say no. And I just, on our behalf, Jack and Joe and whoever other Borkies that are involved, thank you, because
yes,
I know
thank
that
you.
They're involved with you guys. I'm thrilled to death.
Great guys.
They're
Great guys.
awesome. How many years did they back our team? They backed several teams, not just one. Back in the day, they backed 10, 12 teams.
And our budget wasn't small either, and they
No,
stepped
it
up.
was not. And they had no problems.
Now, to build the facility itself, I was going to ask the mayor this question, and if you know, some big-time sponsors came up, and Lubrizol being one.
Lubrizol?
And others?
Yes, Lubrizol basically sponsored the playground. Essentially, it's a $2 million facility. You have 1.2 into the field and 800,000 into the playground. And the playground is, again, it accommodates all special needs. It's accessible. Fantastic place. Lubrizol is the sponsor of the playground. Lake Health is the sponsor of the Miracle Field itself. CT Consultants and outfit. They did the plans. They did the plans for free. So there's a lot. There's a
we
lot.
know them very well.
I also heard a name that's stepped up and really helped out is Clemens.
Clemens Construction. Mike Clemens, a wonderful, wonderful guy.
Fantastic guy. And one of the additions for this year they're still working through is adding a pavilion to the area, and they've stepped up, and you can't believe. I mean, they're doing it for it's big money, but not for us because of them.
Yes,
So,
they're another one of our sponsors, and they've been with us since day one.
Yeah.
And Mike and Sue Clemens, just wonderful people.
yes.
Wow. All right, we're going to have another player on. You could stay on, Keith, if you'd like, and that's Sarah, right?
Yes.
Want to bring her up?
Yes. One thing, if I could say something real fast. We had a player on Keith's team, the Indians. His name's Tyler Hobart, and he's going through a few health things right now. And just if he's
Keep
out
him in
there
our
listening,
prayers.
just hoping for the best for him.
All right, Tyler.
Tyler.
We'll keep you in our prayers, and most definitely you can do it. You can pull through.
Yep.
All right.
Tyler's famous saying, "You ready? Everybody ready? Everybody ready?"
Fan favorite.
Fan favorite.
All right, we're ready for Sarah Lepo.
Come on, Sarah.
I bet you she can leap and catch that ball. Well, I wonder if Matt's got a nickname for Sarah yet. It's Sarah's first year, isn't it? Yeah, Sarah's first year, and it gives us great pleasure to introduce. What team will Sarah be on? Do you know yet?
She's been asking, but we don't know.
She's a free agent, John.
Oh,
Look out.
looks like the tribe is going to pounce.
Sarah, welcome to the show. Hi.
Yeah,
How are you?
good.
Sarah, do you like baseball?
Yeah,
Is it your favorite sport?
yeah.
All right. Do you have your favorite Cleveland Indian?
No,
No. And how about, do you play other sports?
no.
No, just baseball.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we're excited to have you here tonight. John?
Do you want to be on the Indians team with
And-
Keith?
it,
Yeah. Well, nice.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. That's a great answer.
I tried.
What is it you're gonna? What do you want to do? What are you looking forward to in playing next year?
Looking forward to this year. I'm looking forward to just being a part of it and be part of this team.
Being part of
Good.
this team.
And
Wow.
good job, Sarah.
Let's hear it for Sarah Lepo!
That's a future Indian right there. That's a future Indian.
You got your work cut out for you, Keith.
That's a future Indian right there.
All right.
We'll
Well,
take.
thank you, Sarah, very, very
We'll take
much.
her in a minute.
All right. We really appreciate Mike. You want to put that on? Why don't we keep you guys on for a little bit more? Then we got the
Shot,
talkback.
Sarah.
Fans are here tonight. Yeah, we're ending with you and Keith, and then we're
Hey,
going to have the talkback. Fans.
Keep in mind, Charlie, those hot dogs that I cook are gourmet hot dogs. Coney Island hot dogs and gourmet hot dogs. I just want to let you guys.
Have you had a hot dog eating contest yet?
Oh, that's a great idea. Maybe we can have that.
Yeah. Could
Hot
you
dog
imagine
eating hot dogs.
Matt Herman announcing a hot dog eating contest?
I think getting the talkback guys, Danny and Terry and Pat on a hot dog eating contest might be worthwhile to watch.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, if I could say something about those guys before you have them on, Talkback fans provided a fantastic service for us. They came out, they announced the games, but also with the videotaping, it gives the fans. We have a lot of athletes that have grandma and grandpa are out of town, and they can't make it, so it gives them a chance. They can go on the site, they can tune into the games, which is great, and they take on these interviews like you guys are doing today, and it's really special for the athletes to get on there and get interviewed. You know, a sense of self-worth and all that kind of stuff is really important. And we can't thank them enough for the service they provide for all the athletes.
Yeah, they do a great job.
We love them.
We do appreciate it.
They add a lot to our show. They've been on our show maybe probably a half a dozen times or so. And
Great show. Good following, too.
oh, everybody loves them. And it's like they're like a snowball rolling down a hill. So that's great to hear. Great to hear. Well, imparting June 1st, we start again.
Yes, sir.
And 10 o'clock normal start time.
10, 11, 12, and 1.
10, 11, 12, and 1. And plenty of space for anybody that wants to watch a game.
Yes, actually, plenty of space. The captains, there's, I believe, 28 or 34 handicap parking spots that butt up right up to the field. And, yeah, it's a fantastic complex. Plenty of room. Plenty of big new surprises in store for this year as well.
Well, that is fantastic. I am definitely going to come to watch and get a free hot dog.
Got to.
John, last couple words for these guys?
Well, you better make sure that you're getting that
Coney Island.
Keith doesn't see you coming before he gives you a hot dog. He may be trying to get some revenge.
No.
That's all right.
No.
Hey, can I just announce
Whatever you want.
a last-minute signing? I have proof that Sydney has jumped from the Yankees to the Indians.
Oh, look at
There's
the smile
proof
on
right
her
there.
face.
Good job, Sydney. There's another player for the Indians. Oh, there's the Yankees coach. He's coming at me. He's coming at me. There's proof right there. Proof right there.
Wow. Keith.
So the recruiting continues to keep the undefeated season going for the second straight year.
Is it true you had the Rookie of the Year, too?
I did. I had the Rookie of the Year.
And who was that?
It was Choo Choo Charlie.
Oh!
And I tell you one thing. Did you know that Choo Choo Charlie was in the Special Olympics in Dubai?
In Dubai.
In Dubai.
That was not too long ago. A month ago.
Just recently. You saw, right?
He won the silver medal, him and his partner, silver medal in dance competition.
In Dubai. So
Yeah.
we have many talented. You know, and one other thing I just want to say that we get the players for 1 year at softball, but the years before they got to us and the years after, they have done so many things that we don't even know about. There's really special people, like Andrew over there, and he does so many things, and he's into hockey, and he's never home, I bet. I mean, he's always doing something. And we just get these kids and grown-ups for 1 year, but they are so special people. They do all kinds of stuff that we don't even know about. We see it on social media and stuff, but I give my hats on to them. They're just special people, and I'm glad to know them.
Mike, you don't keep the same roster, or you do?
Well, we did this year. We're not sure about the future. We kept the same teams together this year. One of the main reasons is with last year, with some of the little bit of ambiguity going on with the starting dates and stuff like that, we wanted to make sure the people that put up with some of the delays last year didn't kind of get jerked around anywhere. So we kept those teams the same, so they knew the consistency. They would be at Saturday around the same time. We're not sure where this is going to go. My thought was growth this year, which we certainly had percentage-wise, and then we feel we're going to continue to grow for the next several years. If you look at our radius, we have people coming out from Thompson, Brecksville, all around, and so I think next year we'll fill in from the near west side pretty well, which we haven't really hit yet. There's certain pockets that we haven't aggressively kind of gone after, and with everything that's going on there in the facility itself, I think we are definitely we're looking at years of growth.
Is there another facility like this anywhere nearby here?
Closest one is Findlay. Closest Miracle League one is Findlay. Everybody else that's playing baseball in the summer is on a grass or dirt surface. And that's the thing. That's the one thing our field does from the barriers for baseball. It's not that people don't want to play. In a lot of cases they can't. The grass and the dirt, it's slow to move around. I understand if you're a parent and your athlete is in one of these wheelchairs that cost tens of thousands of dollars, the dust getting in those components and everything, that's an issue too. And that's something we just don't have here. The surface is fantastic for both walkers, wheelchairs. There's no latex in it, believe it or not. Our population, there's a lot of latex allergies, and so that's why that surface is made latex free, to avoid that also. It's really just top of the line stuff.
So year to year, you don't know where it's going. It could be bigger next year.
That's why we're almost a little bit careful this year. We had some off-season things going on where we went to some shows and things like that, and I actually kind of pulled back a little from going to the west side and some areas because I didn't want it to get out of control. Marginal growth, we can keep doing everything first class and go from there. So,
Mike, what about an All-Star game in 2020?
Oh, the National All-Star game?
Yeah.
That's this
You
year.
think that's going to happen?
That's still up in the air. What we're doing this year is we're having an All-Star game, and of course in-house All-Star game, and All-Star game is a word for it because we're certainly not picking everybody's involved. It's all about inclusion. They're all All-Stars, and what we're doing is we're going to be inviting it's the local police and fire departments are going to be involved in Buddy for that day. And so it's going to be a real a neat All-Star. It gives us another special day in the middle of the calendar to bring out some more cool bells and whistles and get the police and fire involved.
That's a great idea.
Please ask Willowick on my behalf because I know they'll want to be involved. Now you mentioned a national. This is involved. John asked about statewide. There's two facilities, Findlay and here, but nationally there's a number of states that are involved in Miracle League.
Actually, and even worldwide, there's about 300 right now, I believe, where it stands. Yeah. So there's one in, I believe there's 5 in Ohio, a Columbus area, Cincinnati area, Medina, Findlay, and us are the Ohio locations. So that's the situation. Cool. Yeah. Yep.
Well, I guess the thing is, and I brought this up a little bit ago, but managing this thing going forward is going to be a little bit trying because you may get more and more. I mean, this thing is kind of snowballed. It took off from you had 5 games scheduled last year, and you had to expand that. And one thing we did to address that's really helped and will help with expansion is we had somebody who again really did this for a much lower rate than I know that she usually gets. Her name is Donna Guardino, and she is our website developer, and our website is really excellent now, whereas you can register and pay right through the website. You can download the forms if you want to mail them in. We can, all our information, the donor information that I mentioned, schedules, alerts, all that stuff is going to be run through the website, and the social media has helped on a day-to-day situation as well. So, yeah, I don't know. You never know how big, how fast. I'm aware just because I realize how big our radius is right now, and that's going to fill in as long as we keep doing the right things.
that's going to fill in, and so we'll cross a second day and all that kind of stuff when it comes. But
well, it's a great problem to have.
yeah,
And the social media is always updating us on the undrafted free agents available
Yes, they are.
for the current teams.
What about the fantasy league? Are you going to start a fantasy league pretty soon?
That's a great idea.
Keith, I could imagine you trash talk every single game. So why don't you send out a challenge on how tough your team's going to be this year, and what the other teams are going to have to put up with?
They're going to have to step it up. We're coming from winning every single game by a wide margin, so we have our work cut out for us. But we're bringing back a lot of veterans. Tim Sarver, Choo Choo Charlie, Danny. I got a great assistant manager in Jamie. So we're going to be tough. Tyler Hauber.
Tyler will be back, hopefully. Hey, who's with the Reds out there? Listen to this, Charlie. Ready? 1, 2, 3. R-E-D-S. Yeah.
How many Indians are out there?
Well, we got Sydney, who we just signed. You got Andrew is thinking about it.
Your sister's not?
Andrew's thinking about it, so we're working on it.
I think you're making Jeff a very unhappy manager over there.
How could you get the first player coach jumping ship? Huh? You can't get the first player coach jumping ship.
All right, we'll leave him alone. I'm going to keep trying.
Well, what you guys are doing is simply phenomenal. We'll do this again down the road. Thanks for being a part of our show here tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Incredible.
Thanks a lot, Charlie.
Oh, thanks, Keith.
Good to see you. Great to see you.
Thank you.
McCloskey.
Good to see you.
Live from
Thank you.
2 Bucks. Matt Herman. Whoa. John Peterlin. Andrew Weiss. Wow. And a host of other parents and fans right here, right next to us. We can see it. And that is the Miracle League. Make sure you come out and be a part of it just as a fan.